Now we move on to the next paper, which is by Rithik Pramod. It is about the analysis of mural paintings in Virupaksha temple, Hampi. Yesterday was the day dedicated to our Stapati tradition, sculpture and architecture. Today we talk about other arts and artisan traditions. Rithik, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. I'll share my screen. Yeah, so good morning, everyone. Today my topic is on the mural paintings, analysis of mural paintings in the Virupaksha temple of Hampi. So the aim and objective of my program, like the project, was to understand the themes found in the mural painting of Virupaksha temple and to know the development of mural tradition in Karnataka and to understand challenges and to propose solutions in the conservations of mural paintings. So as you know, India has a rich tradition of mural paintings. There are many scriptures like Vishnu's Dharmotara, Shilpa Shastra, Shilpa Ratna, Narada Shastra, and Kashyapa Shilpa, which discuss with huge aspects of ancient paintings. And the best surviving of mural paintings of ancient India can be seen at the Ajanta caves, which have themes from Jataka tales, Buddhist lives, etc. And when you come to Karnataka region, we have inscriptions of Mangalesha of the Chalukyas of Badami in the 5th century, which describes about the mural paintings in the Vaishnava caves. In Mane inscriptions of the 7th century, we have details of the Ganga dynasty. And then the traditions of paintings reached into a huge height in Karnataka when the Vijayanagara Empire started reviving the Hindu values and traditions when the subcontinent was going through a waves of Islamic invasions in the country. And after the decline of Vijayanagara empires, the mural painting reached its new height under the Mysore Vadiyas and the Nayakas of Tanjore, as you can see in the pictures. Now coming to the temple of focus, the Virupaksha temple. As you know, Virupaksha temple is a 7th century temple and it is dedicated to Lord Shiva and located on the south bank of river Tungabhadra. And the temple belongs to the Dravidian style of architecture, and initially it was a small shrine dedicated to Pampa and the local goddess of the region, and in later times it was associated with goddess Parvati, the wife of Lord Shiva. As you can see, this is how the temple looks from a small shrine today. And in ancient inscriptions in the temple have complex which have been dated back to the 9th and 10th century. Along with the Vijayanagara Empire, the Chalukyas and Hoysala kings also played a huge role in making the small shrine into a large temple that it is today. And the most important feature that the temple can be seen is that this is the plan of the temple, and the most important feature of the temple is that it's the only establishment in the region which have painted ceilings which are visible today. Most of them were either destroyed during the invasion time or they were not able to restore due to the restoration process. So as Hampi remains a very important center for the Virupaksha cult, you can see this is the Ranga Mandapa. This is where the seal paintings are visible. And this is the sculpture of a three-headed Nandi. The local story is that the three-headed Nandi is to give a tribute to the three TRIMURTIS, that is Lord Vishnu, Brahma and Lord Shiva. Now, even though the temple was a little destroyed during the Muslim invasion and occupation during the decline of Vijayanagara Empire, the temple has been functioning uninterruptedly since its foundation. And the Virupaksha temple, it was declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the year 1986. As you can see, this is the mural painting that we will discuss further. And this is the Ranga Mandapa where the seal paintings can be noticed. Now coming to the geography, as you know, Hampi is located in the southern bank of Tungabhadra. It's in the modern state of Karnataka. And in ancient times, it was known as Kishinda Kshetra, the Ramayana period. And in historic time, it became the capital of Vijayanagara Empire. And main source of occupation for the people's agriculture and revenue is mostly through tourism. And they have well-known minerals like iron ore and manganese. Now coming to the themes found since we have very less time, I'll be discussing only a few and the rest can be seen in the paper. So this is the plan of the Rangamantapa, which we saw earlier. So the coming to the first theme, that is the Trimurtis. As you can see here in the slide, the first panel, it shows Vishnu in Vaishnavism. As you know, Vishnu is considered as the supreme god and he is known as the preserver. And goddess Lakshmi is known as wealth, for wealth and fertility. And in the sides of Vishnu and Lakshmi in the central panel, you can see Garuda and Lord Hanuman. And in the central panel, you can see Lord Shiva. And one can notice that Tumburu and Narada. And only in in South India, we can see Tumburu associated with Lord Shiva. Usually, Tumburu is associated with Lord Vishnu in the entire country, but only in South, in Hampi region, you can see Tumburu associated with Lord Shiva. And then you can see Brahma with the Adishpalas. And coming to the second theme, the Girija Kalyana. As you know, the Girija Kalyana is a story about the marriage between Lord Shiva and Parvati, who's also known as Girija because according to Shiv Purana, she was the daughter of King Girija. And this is a story about the penance taken by her and her effort in marrying Lord Shiva. And the place associated is also in the Hampi region. And you can see local stories in and around Hampi about the story of Girija Kalyana. And in the third panel, as you can see, this is the three panels from Ramayana and Mahabharata. One is the Sita Swayamwara, Sita Kalyana, and the Draupadi Swayamwara. As in the Sita Swayamwara, as everyone knows the story of how Lord Rama won the arrow contest, which was part of the Swayamvara of King Janaka's rule to marry Sita, and that depiction is shown in the picture. And then coming to the Sita Kalyana, the marriage ceremony which takes place, and then from one scene from Mahabharata is the Draupadi Swayamvara. As you can see in the Draupadi Swayamvara, it's mostly Arjuna's arrow shooting movement. Next to him, you can notice Draupadi and the Pandavas as disguised as Brahmins. Now coming to the fourth theme, that is the procession of Vidyar, and he served as a prime minister to the empire's founders, Haryara Raya and Bukkaraya. According to many local stories, one day when Haryara Raya went for a hunting season, he saw a big rabbit and he decided that he wanted to kill the rabbit, and he sent his dog to make sure it hunts the rabbit down. But to his surprise, he saw that the rabbit was attacking his dog, and the dog was running away from the rabbit. It was such a bizarre incident that he couldn't stop thinking about it. So on the way to his camp, he noticed a saint, and that saint was Vidyaranya, and he narrated this bizarre incident to the saint, and he told what all happened. And the saint, in response, told that this region, that is the Hampi region, is a very sacred place, and he should establish his capital here and make sure that he is the rabbit and the dogs, the attacking forces are the Muslim empire, so that he can protect the South India from Muslim invasion. And he was very successful when he established his kingdom in the South Indian region of Hampi, and the Vijayanagara Empire started processing. Now coming to the challenges to the mural paintings, as you can see, water in any form interacted with wall paintings can damage the paintings, which helps to form fungi and could lead to a larger reaction. Now coming to the light, as you know, light, as many of the paintings are exposed to UV lights for a long time, can deteriorate due to the photochemical changes, which are caused especially when paintings are made of organic pigments. And biological damage like microorganisms like fungi, lichens can grow rapidly when the surface is moist. And the organic materials can also be as a source of food for small insects and organization and other organisms which have a serious problem. The main issue with our ancient mural paintings are that be it regional or at the national level, the artists always used to make the resources irrespective of their time period, where always they used to make it with natural resources, which had a problem because natural resources usually have a tendency to deteriorate, but due to proper conservation, we can save it, as you can see in the Ajanta murals or in the Virupaksha temple and in other parts of the region. And faulty restorations, sometimes due to improper use of materials and techniques during restoration, we can see that in South Indian temples, some of the mural paintings are covered with lime wash. Lime wash was mostly used in the renovation, but without understanding the importance of the themes that are shown in the paintings. And when you come to the solutions part of it, air purifications with controlled temperature can be done, and biological growths like fungi that need to be removed mechanically, and the last remnants are removed using dilute solution of alcoholic ammonia. And creating improper database will help the government understand which proper materials or restoration is required. And proper documentation of the mural paintings is very important, as along with other stakeholders, the government needs to take proper decisions and actions so that the future generations understand the importance of all the themes that are found in the temples, as they are a huge education way of understanding our rituals and cultures. And they need to have appropriate funds for the use of scientific method so that we don't lose it all before the future generations can see it. So to conclude, I would like to tell that Indian mural paintings, it is a very important to understand the culture and heritage of a region or a dynasty. And in India, we have a rich tradition of murals associated with paintings that are mostly from Jataka tales, Puranas, daily activities of the royal families, traders, and lifestyle of people during ancient times. And they are usually made on cave walls and ceilings. In ancient India, artists used to make mural paintings from natural resources like coal, red ochre, chalk, terracotta, etc. And in South Indian mural paintings, reached its new heights under the Vijayanagara empires, Cholas and Mysore Wadiyas and Tanjore. And the most important sites of the remaining Vijayanagara Empire paintings can be seen at Virupaksha temple in Hampi and another Lepakshi temple in Andhra Pradesh. And the government should make efforts to conserve the mural paintings by choosing appropriate techniques and scientific methods for site-specific protocols, because each sites have different variations and different resources that are being used. So, and the preservation of mural art not only helps us understand the ancient society and culture, but also helps us understanding the methods used by artists of different periods. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rithik. It was a very beautiful, very visually rich presentation, and I really liked the way you had studied the paintings, and also you had given suggestions on what can be done to preserve them. It's very interesting to see this attention to detail as well as a plan for the future. It was a very interesting paper. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. I'll see if there is a question. Just give me a moment.
Yes.
Okay, there is one question, except have you listed other murals in your study from other temples, and can you list them? Have you done any comparative study of murals, or have you just...
No. I have taken only site specific for this project,
Okay.
but if there are other resources like for Vijayanagara Empire, you can see in the Lepakshi temple in Andhra Pradesh, but they are more advanced than the ones which are there in Hampi.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Rithik, and I hope that you will continue to work in this area and then maybe expand the scope of this presentation, and wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.